People. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Now, the first thing that is popping in the news is a very disturbing trend that I have recognized, and I am sure that most persons living in Jamaica overseas have recognized also. It is whenever there's any sorts of confrontation between gunmen and popo, robbers and popo, dons and popo, there's always two different polar opposite accounts as it pertains to what the popo says happened, as it pertains to the residents, family members, girlfriend, next of kin of these persons that lose their life. Now, people, there was an incident that occurred in a place called Central Village the other day, in which 4 persons lost their life. Popo said it was some sort of shootout. The residents said they were taken out innocently, cold-blooded. Now, people, one of the persons that lost his life, his name is Romario Brewster, 21-year-old. However, his mother, his grandmother, they are disputing the facts of what the popo say. They are saying that, yes, my son was reported on condition of bail. However, he was not wanted. Yes, my son had a case for some sorts of tool, some sort of illegal possession of firepiece and also ammunition. However, he was reporting every day he was going back and forth to court. So therefore, that might have made him innocent. Now, people, like me say, I am going to let you take a listen, take a look to what the grandmother and also the mother had to say, and then I am going to give my piece.
So, 4 men get in Central Village with so many police and not one police get hurt. Why?
I'm a drop down, man. I'm a big son, you know. I'm a drop down. Right now, I still can't believe. Still I'm mourn, but tears not go down in no waist, you know.
Because one of the guys neck cut. You see the slash round him neck. Yeah? Nobody now go and lie down and sleep. Because you look for your enemy and come. No? Because you go for work. No?
The police or the soldier who do it feels that them do something and do it nice. No, them days shortly. Because them murder them cold-blooded. You can see that them asleep. Yeah, because my son have a fright like him frightened. One of the eye them open. Like, you know when you're frightened, yeah. I'm a little cousin, baby D, you can see that when him man get the shot at turn him mid. Even if them here say wanted man in the community, carry them in, man, because them no better. Yeah, them a walk with things to put on people young. But I'm gonna say people, the young you them perfect, but in a day older man him don't shoot off for you, him not kill nobody for you. Shoot out like that with 4 youth and them come around the house, something made that for one. Even one of them you that forget chat something. I kill them cold-blooded.
Asleep, the youth them asleep. Them going for the youth them could have carried them in. Them never had to kill them. Eh? You hear some man there, you find them. You not carry them in, I saw them will want to why them kill the youth them.
Right. Him go to Vineyard Town Station, go report every Monday. Every Monday, and him go to court down by gun court. So how him for be wanted for murder and bail for murder, nothing like that.
Central Village, and them a question me, and them ask me what me have to ask him. And me ask him why them do the pit them, so and him tell me to come out of my office. The policeman come out of my office, a government place, and a film bedroom. Him out of my tax in that.
Now, people, one of the problems that the mother had is that she claimed that, how is it that the poor claims are some sort of confrontation. However, 3 of the men them that were surrounded by the house lost their life, and not even one popo get hit. People, truth be told, it sounds like a regular script that we've heard every day whenever there's any sorts of confrontation. However, this is a simple fact. Whenever the popo go for you, they are usually going van load, truck load, police and soldier. Them circle the place. Sometimes you might get a warning. Sometimes you might not get any sorts of warning. However, when these popo get information that, listen, this person or these persons in this house are known reputed gunmen, are persons that are responsible for taking away X amount of life, more than likely you are not going to get the courtesy of them knocking on the door and say, give in yourself. So pretty much it is written in stone. Especially if them find any sorts of tool. Especially if somebody mistakenly make one can pop off. It is lights out, and people rightfully so. Now people, here is the deal as it pertains to that particular incident. Of the 4 persons, at least, 3 of them wanted. 2 of them gang member, maybe all 4. Now remember, this youth, Mr. Romario Brewster, he was reporting on condition of bail. Him have a gun case, not a gun court. He was going back and forth to court. So therefore, this would not make him a recipient of being the best saint, the best altar boy, the best Mr. Goody Two Shoe. It would make him a person with shoes and lace. Other 2 persons were known gang members from other community, so therefore they were hiding. Now people, this is the next thing that the grandmother and the mother said, more specifically the mother. When the son lost his life, his eyes was open. One of his eyes was open. So therefore he must have been frightened, he must have been sleeping, he must have been shocked, he must have been caught slipping, actually sleeping. However people, eternal nap for people that are doing wrong in Jamaica. Now, when we analyze what the mother said, is this scientific? Does that mean that you were frightened? Or does it mean that you can't believe, sir, karma came for you? The Grim Reaper came for you. It is not scientific for say because somebody frightened, them basically lose them life with them eyes open. So therefore, what she is saying in essence is that he did not get a chance to retaliate. And next thing that they are saying, when the popo them and the soldier armed force circle the house, why didn't they take them in? Why didn't they take them in and let the court deal with it? And people, the answer, even though it might be wrong, is very simple. Whenever these individuals go to court, usually there is no sorts of witness. Usually the case is thrown out and some sorts of technicality or lack of evidence. It does not mean that they were not doing any sorts of stuff. It does not mean that they are innocent by any stretch of the imagination. It just means that them lucky or them put the fear into people's life. So therefore, nobody shows up. And if nobody shows up, everybody are gonna walk. Point blank and period. The next thing is that she said that the next cousin, you could see that he was looking away. So in essence, she is saying that them run him down and gun him down. He could have been in no sorts of confrontation with his back to the people and would take him out. So people, here is the thing. This lady alone, she have 2 family members, 1 son and a cousin that is involved in the 4 people that get taken out. Shouldn't somebody like this lose any sorts of appeal? Should somebody like this actually have any sorts of talk, to have the audacity to be disputing? Now people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. It sounds kind of strange that every time people lose them life in the garrison, it's always some sorts of shootout. It's always the popo came under fire and then they responded accordingly. However people, truth be told, if you are not innocent, if you are out there taking away a person's life, whatever you get, that is what you truly deserve. It is called justice served. It is called karma. It is called everybody have to pay the piper. The next thing is that the grandmother claims that after the incident, she went to the Popo station and she confronted or had some sort of argument or response to the top Popo in the era in the station. And him basically run her out of the station. And people, while if it was on the other hand where it's some innocent people lose them life, I think that the decent thing, the professional thing for that officer to have done is respond to the family member who would have been under mourning, under stress, emotionally traumatized. However, remember, these people, they were no altar boys. These people were no saints. These people have a history of criminality, have a history, a resume of gangsterism, being involved in gangs. And remember, these same family members, we are talking about them a ball right now. What about the victims that were also balling? What about the parents, family members of persons that lose their life also, just like them? So people, if you take life, then you're supposed to lose your life. Desperate times calls for desperate measure. Jamaica is a different place. Jamaica is not the type of place where people get held, people come out, people testify. Because these people know why they do what they do. When you see these despicable crimes, these gruesome, these barefaced, these barbaric crimes, they are trying to emotionally traumatize these people, frighten the living hell out of them. So therefore, they know that these persons are not going to show up at any sorts of courts. So people, at the end of the day, the moral of the story is this. We've seen many instances, many incidents in which whenever anybody lose them life and the power say, yeah, this man wanted, this man a done, this man a gunman, we always hear the family, we always hear the residents come in and them say the polar opposite. However, people, like we say, these people are in denial. They live in the state of denial. These people, they are brainwashed. These people, they will lie out of their teeth. These people know that most residents, whenever anything goes down like that, most of these residents know that, listen, if we don't go out and protest, the gunman are going to go gate to gate, door to door, and him going to knock and say, listen, we don't need to go out and protest or else. If them start pre other people and think, say, well, this person is not protesting, therefore that person is with the popo, that person is against the order. Now people, just to segue for a little bit. I spoke about an incident the other day as it pertains to a youth. His name is Stephen Stewart, OC aka Stewie. I did a couple of videos about him and I said that according to word on the street, he used to work at the wharf. That was the first video. He was an innocent youth, a hard-working, jovial youth. However, since then, I have gotten other information to say, listen, this man family member involved with all sorts of stuff. Him friend them involved in all sorts of stuff. As a matter of fact, in the second video that I did, I showed a picture with him, including some of his friends, known dons, known murderers, known gunmen, known wanted men. So people, me say this, we say that. Show me your company, I show you who you are. Birds of a feather flock together. Now people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. This youth lost his life in a very controversial, conflicting way, in which he was at the Dunkin' Donut in some sort of argument. And then the argument escalated to verbal, to physical, and then tool pop off, man get popped down. However, people, like me say, when I did the video about this youth, the first one, positive, the second one, negative. The second one, based on information that I got afterwards. When I did that second video, I said I made it abundantly clear if anybody have any sorts of problem with it, I gave my WhatsApp number and people have been contacting me left, right and center. Now what I find so conflicting is that people call me and them say, me I'm cousin, me I'm sister. Him only there 6 months. Him only there 3 months. Him did lock up in a immigration and them release him after them check him record. Remember now people, these are somebody that live with him and know him. One I said 3, one I said 6 months. So I say this to say that, don't you realize, and in the cases of people contacting me, they are always female. In the case of these gunmen that are always losing their life, it is always or mostly 99.99% of the time, it is females who are defending these known gunmen, known murderers, known dons. So people, isn't it kind of strange how every time it's always a female, you don't hear no man. However, the people that are losing their life are mostly men. So me just say, them nah no brother, them nah no father. None of these persons have anything to say. The women are the persons that always come out and always talk about him innocent, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. No people, it is because a lot of times these persons are the beneficiaries of the proceeds of crime. These persons have been emotionally screwed. These persons have been brainwashed to the point that they are brain dead. So therefore they have no sorts of choice. It is a culture in these garrison. Now before I end about the Stewie, people, I did 2 stories about Stewie. First story, positive as it pertains to the family. The next story, not so positive. However, people, I also have a part 3. However, based on the response that I have been getting, based on the fact that it seems as if when you hear from one side, it is black. When you hear from the next side, it is white. This one is always saying that, yeah, but the people may lose them life a murderer too. So therefore, what if him them amongst all sorts of murderer? So people may just say, it is never any sorts of grey area. It is always people defending their family, defending their agenda. So therefore, one side I say, him a good boy, one side I say, him a the devil, and one side I say, him a God. So people, what you expect from bloggers when they are getting information, and the information that they are getting, it is conflicting, it is so different. So people, like me say, I am going to do a part 3 as it pertains to Stephen Stewart Stewie, that them say used to work a WAF. Some people say never work a WAF. Some people say some sort of political move. Some people say him involved. Some people say he is not involved. So people, stay tuned. If I have the time and feel like doing a part 3, I will. Because a lot of family members, a lot of friends, a lot of persons are saying that he is good, and a lot of persons are saying that he is bad. So therefore, I am going to remain mutual or neutral and make people decide in the comment section. Bless up. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.